Greetings.
Oh my God, it's your boy Ryan.
It's your boy Easy, and you're listening to Turtle Soup, the internet, the world's only community-supported podcast dedicated to the ongoing journey of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all the way from the beginning until I find out if my cats are gay. Ryan,
I can't call it from what I saw today.
I mean, yeah, they didn't exhibit a lot of it, but
You never know.
you never know. And yeah, there was just
Not that there's nothing wrong with
oh,
it.
totally okay. I just want to know
It's the
how.
Seinfeld thing.
Yeah,
No,
nothing wrong with it.
there's
Nothing wrong with it
wrong
at all.
with that.
But like, I just want to know that way I can appropriately,
Yeah. You want to acknowledge people. You want to
Exactly.
make sure that they're taken care of.
Right, like how fancy does their feast need to be? Like that's
who knows.
That's what
How
I'm trying to
fierce
figure out.
Does their feast need to be?
Precisely.
We have no idea.
No idea. But something I do know a thing or two about
Yeah.
is YouTube, Ryan. And YouTube, we are on YouTube.
We're on YouTube.
You should be watching us right now on YouTube.
Yes.
Or hearing the audio from YouTube. I don't know. You have options.
Yeah,
but
you have a lot of stuff to do.
YouTube is a way for us to visually connect with y'all and show the assets that we're looking at. If those of you who just don't want to, who are satisfied with the audio, that's fine. But if you want to see our pretty mugs, you can come over to YouTube, check it out. Like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. That's really fun. We've got a couple of comments today because I've been neglecting YouTube comments just because I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, so be sure to head on over there, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And yeah, tell your friends. And it's a good time. So yeah, and speaking of friends, Ryan, we got to talk about two friends
Two
that
big
are
friends?
near and dear that graciously financially support us here at the show through Patreon, which you can do so as well if you feel so inclined. It means the world. We want to thank Michael Hatfield and Jeff Peters. This one's for you. Yes,
Yep.
long timers.
Let's go.
And so yeah, they help us out, and we really appreciate y'all. And so yeah, Ryan, where are we at in the journey today?
Today in the journey, we are in 2003, specifically October and December, covering TMNT Volume 4, number 12 and 13.
Ooh,
Continuing our coverage of Volume 4.
Indeed.
And it's been interesting
It
so
has.
far. It's been an interesting ride. So there's interesting stuff coming up in these comics, so I'm kind of excited about it.
absolutely. Well, Ryan, your background looks a little different. What's up with that?
I changed my background. I'm digitally inserting your room.
Oh, because I was wondering. I keep looking over and I don't
Yeah,
see you, but
yeah,
like
it's
it looks like
weird.
you should be
Yeah,
here.
Yeah, and I wanted to make it seem as much like we were together in person for the first time in years, as much as possible.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's like I'm pulling the curtain back or something.
Maybe, I don't know. Let's see if we can actually pull the curtain back. Can we?
Can we?
What is this? Oh, reach out and touch me. Oh, goodness. Oh,
Yes, we're back. We're back in person for this one, and we're hoping to be back in person more often.
Yeah.
It's something we're trying to do to, I don't know, just mess with the chemistry a little bit, like kind of get back, like kind of where we were before. Also, just kind of switch things up a little bit.
yeah.
And yeah, so we're trying it out. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, so there might be some hiccups and stuff along the way, but you'll come to Turtle Soup
you know
for the
how it is.
you know how it is.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a good time, and it's gonna be fun. So yeah, Ryan, what's been up with you? Anything new, exciting?
Oh, my
Fun
God,
and different?
dude. Yeah. Let me think. Anything new and exciting? Not really. I'm going on a romance. It's called the Love Lit Cruise with Alicia.
Oh, because it's literature.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I
a
get it.
romance
Yeah.
novel art writer thing. We're going on that next. It starts like next weekend.
Oh, okay, that's fun.
I've never been on a cruise before.
You've never? I've never been on a cruise either, but like
Yeah,
I
I've
would have
never-
thought
no,
you would have been on a
no,
cruise.
Never been on a cruise. I've never set foot outside of the continental U.S.
Oh,
So like,
Okay.
like I think they're gonna stop in the Bahamas. Like
Yeah.
I've never literally stepped foot if it was not in the continental U.S. So,
Gotcha.
so I've never been outside. So that'll be interesting. But I've never been on a cruise, and I was talking to Shane, who goes on a lot of them, and he was like, "Look, man," he's like, "Take your what do they call it? I'm blanking now on the name of it.
Give me something else. Give me some clues.
The Dramamine.
Dramamine. Okay.
Take your Dramamine like before you get there, and I'm like, word. So I'm doing that.
Okay.
'Cause I don't know how I'm gonna react to the boat.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm on a boat.
You're on a boat.
No
Yeah.
idea.
I'm always. I know Father Preston used to go on a ton of them, a ton of cruises, and they sound fun, but they also sound like they could very easily turn into a nightmare.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Mm-hmm.
I have like that voice in my head that's like, oh, this is gonna be like a huge clusterfuck. Like you're gonna like be thirsty all the time, and like it's not gonna be cool enough in the ship. Like your room's gonna be like a small ass weird room. You're gonna feel like, I feel boxed in.
Right.
Like you're gonna feel like boxed in. I'm gonna feel like weird, and then like I won't be able to like smoke where I want, or like I'll have to like whatever, and like. But then I'm telling myself, I'm like, you're gonna have a good time. That's what I always have to try to tell myself, because I will talk myself out of like anything.
Oh, absolutely,
like anything possible.
Yeah. No, I can do the same thing.
So,
but then buffets though, like that's the thing that get me.
That's what I'm hoping is gonna work out.
Mm.
And also, it's kind of nice because like it is like Alicia is like there as an author, so like. I get to help out with some of the events, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I always joke that I'm like the brand ambassador.
Oh, okay.
Like it's like when Alicia is like social battery, because her social battery would get drained pretty quick.
Sure.
I'm there to step in and be like, oh, thank you so much for coming out. Oh my god, like
Mm-hmm.
blah blah blah. Like when we did that big baseball tour together, where we went to all those stadiums for her baseball romance. Like,
Right.
I was good at that.
Oh,
so I'm
I
looking
can see
forward to being that guy. Not to mention a lot of the authors are bringing their husbands.
Oh.
So I'm hoping I can make some friends there.
Oh, nice. Oh,
you know me. I mean,
always
you put me on a boat with people. I'm gonna like.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have some like ride or dies.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So it's like that.
No.
But yeah,
that'd be a lot of fun.
I just realized this is like the first time we've ever. Well, no, this isn't the first time we recorded video in person.
Yeah. No.
But I think it's the first time we've ever done a traditional episode with video in person.
That is a good.
Because we did the video game thing together at your house.
We did the thing with my dad, but I think that was. I don't remember if that was video.
The next mutation with Greg and Mike.
That was
at my house.
We did do that. Yeah,
but we were
300.
We were episode 300. But I don't think a normal, just like regular episode together.
No, I don't. I can't think of one.
It's been.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, that's probably all that's going on with me. I've just been kind of chilling out because work's been crazy.
Yeah.
But I am definitely trying to I'm trying to be getting on some more stuff when I get home from the cruise. You know how it is when you have a thing come up.
Oh, sure.
That's like, it's 2 weeks away. Oh, it's 1.5 weeks away. You're constantly like, oh my god, like what can I get into? Blah blah blah. So that's kind of what I'm working on. So that's pretty much it. When we get back, though, I think we're gonna replace our flooring, which is gonna be
fun. Are you doing it yourself? Because that's a nightmare.
Oh yeah.
Sorry to burst your bubble,
bro. Oh, dude, I did my brother's house. I did helped do my parents' house.
You done 2 today?
No, like it's hell. And anybody, I'll tell you this. I've said this. Anybody that lays floors, like for example, let's say you're walking out the gas station, right?
Gotcha.
And a guy from like a flooring crew gets out of his truck and like let's say bumps into you on the way in. Don't start and shit.
No.
That to not be like walking around like to basically not be bedridden. Someone who does flooring is very strong.
Oh yeah.
Because I consider myself pretty strong. But on my hands and knees, like crawling around trying to get those boards to fit all day.
Yeah. When
I'm done with like an 8-hour day of that, I am like, I probably couldn't defend myself if I wanted to. I'm done.
Yeah. I need a reason to live.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of where I'm at.
No.
Yeah.
Like toward the end of it, I'll just like lay flat on the like flat back on the floor, just to like rest.
Yeah.
I'll be sweating. I'll be like, oh, fuck, oh my god, and then I'll get back out and be like, okay, like whatever. But like, yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But I don't know. It sounds very vanilla, but that's honestly all I'm up to.
Oh, that's cool.
You know.
Yeah.
How about you?
Nothing. Doing nothing.
Just chilling.
That's it. Just chilling.
I understand, dude. It's like it's been wild, man.
Life's
been pissing on our face.
It has. It's that stage where you're starting to relearn how to relax and how that it's not as much of a detriment to like your productivity as you thought it was.
Yes.
Kind of like whenever you think that, like, let me push through something. That's not always the best thing. And stuff like that. So that's kind of what it is. Just been playing a lot of. Started playing Horizon Burning Shores, the DLC for the second game, and loving it. It's fantastic. Been playing WWE 2K25, I think. Yeah, the last one, the one that because the new one's not out yet.
Okay.
Been enjoying the hell out of that, and played a little bit of Fortnite. In fact, Francisco jumped on last night and joined my party, but like. I was having a serious conversation at the same time because I wasn't planning on having anyone in the party.
Yeah,
I was just going to go around,
yeah,
just not really care. So then he jumps on and it's asking, and I'm not mad about any of this, but like he jumps on and the PlayStation's like, he wants to join your party, so press this button and do this. So I'm like, all right, and I'm still having a conversation with my wife, and then it keeps asking me to do things to like have him join your party, have him sign your Facebook, have him like, you know,
yeah. It's all this shit. You're
and,
like, dude, stop.
And I'm like, I just want to kill people with my buddy Francisco.
Yeah,
and,
did you stop?
Yeah.
And
so I had to make sure the mic was muted. Not that we were it wasn't heated or anything. It was just personal stuff. And so, but I felt so bad, but I wasn't paying attention. So like if you haven't played Fortnite, you drop down with just like a pickaxe essentially. And
it's
like a melee weapon.
You have to
go find the guns. Yep. So I hadn't found any guns, and everyone else already had. So I'm running around and die almost immediately.
Straight up killed.
But now, since I'm in the party with Francisco, it's waiting for him to die. But he's like killing all these people, and
he's
so
actually playing the game.
Yeah, but I have yet to see him in there because he was on the other side of the map, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so I was like sitting there. So I sat there for like 10 minutes and he's still just like killing them, and I'm like, all right, I got to do something else. I got to play something else. So Francisco, sorry, I should have messaged you about this and stuff like that, but I thought it'd be fun if you heard it on the show. But one day we'll get it together and we'll play some Fortnite. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. And then on the now that I mentioned it, talking about Fortnite, I got back into it because I saw they had some Power Ranger skins, and I was like, oh, that's neat. Well, that reminded me of Toy Fair that just happened. And we're not going to do like a whole news segment, but if you want to hear stuff like that, go over to my Easy Opens channel because I've been doing kind of off the cuff for like reviews on toy news that's been coming out, and it's been a lot of fun. I had a good response. But they did a G.I. Joe. I don't know if you saw this, Ryan. They did a G.I. Joe Turtles mashup.
I did hear about that, yeah.
And it looks really cool. Not my scale.
Nice.
But it's got...
not your scale.
Not my scale,
that's a problem.
which is unfortunate but good for my wallet.
Yeah.
But Donatello is dial tone. And dial tone has a sort of like, if I remember correctly, he might be sort of French, maybe.
Okay.
I can't remember. Like French American or whatever. But he's got a mustache. So they gave Donatello a mustache.
Oh, sick.
And I have this concern. Concern sounds like a negative thing. I mean that to say that like you need to be careful what you give Donatello, because when people give Donatello things like aesthetic things to wear or put on his face or whatever, it usually sticks. So like you'll see Donatello with goggles almost every action figure.
Oh, that's true
now.
Because of the Platinum Dunes thing.
Precisely.
Yep.
And so none of the other turtles really have anything like that kind of sticks with them. Donatello almost always does. And so now I'm wondering now this isn't a bad thing. If they give him a mustache,
I don't think the mustache is going to stick. That's very outside the style, guys.
I think seeing a turtle with a mustache, I mean,
like, did it work for you?
It did something for me.
Okay. It floated the boat a little bit?
It got my putter fluttering.
Oh.
Something. I don't know. My mom said, whatever phrase my mom said.
It gave you the fizz?
It gave me the fizz. It did.
Yeah, okay,
it did.
okay.
And I was like, now I just want mustaches on almost anything. I just feel like a little bit of hair in the shape of a frown. Just
like they would be able to like ruin you financially if all of a sudden they came out with everybody, but they had it was the same figure, but they had mustaches.
Just mustaches.
You'd be like, you'd rebuy it all.
Oh, just run it
be
back.
In the poorhouse.
Absolutely. Like I'd eat at McDonald's if they made the golden arches out of mustaches.
Oh,
like two mustaches.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but yeah, there's a lot of toy news going on right now because of Toy Fair. But if you want to hear me talk about it, check my website or YouTube, whatever it is. And so other than that, that's all I've been really been doing. But speaking of being on YouTube and neglecting them YouTube comments, we got one comment on a recent video that
I wanted
to bring up.
A bit of a loud and wrong on our end, but
I
call it loud and wrong, but you know,
they were very nice about it. Or at least I interpreted it that way. But it was just a gentle reminder, if you will. So KH Fan X111 or what is that, 13? Yeah. So KH Fan 13 said, if you remember, guys, back in Volume 1, it was revealed that Rat King is dead and has been dead for a while. It was during City at War when Splinter was stuck in the pit and Rat King was telling him to eat other rats to survive. And
the idea was it was like he was a ghost or whatever.
Yes. And I forgot that he had was announced that he was dead.
Yeah, no, me too. But it's weird because that it's just been so long without him.
Yes.
That like when he appeared in Splinter's death scene, I was kind of like, was he around?
Right.
Also, I'll say this, and definitely KH Fan 13. That's great because we definitely kind of forgot that. Like at the same time, like Mirage and comic books in general, it does make you think like, oh, is he back?
Right.
Because like sometimes it bring people back. Like it's like, oh, he didn't really die.
And how do we know that was not like just a facade? Like if that was just not like the Rat King had a bunch of rats like form like a mosaic that looked like his dead body.
Yeah,
and looking like Lisa Barangi.
Ding will burn up. But yeah, no, that is interesting. Yeah, it makes Rat King appearing in those panels with Splinter's death. It makes it even more mysterious.
It does, and yeah.
So yeah, that's interesting.
So I again,
yeah, but thanks for the point out.
Yes.
That's we got that elephant up here, but every once in a while,
every once in a while
drop it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But no, seriously, and if we get anything else loud and wrong or we miss anything, feel free to let us know. And if we ignore it, feel free to point it out to us. Be annoying about it. It's fine. So yeah, there's that. And then we got a couple of people writing in from about the Turtles Come Out and Fight That the Ernest saves a holiday or something with the Turtles.
Yes.
We're not going to do that today. We have them. We have them, and they're on the notes, and so we're going to do it. If you got any more that you want to contribute,
ship them because we'll
ship them.
Yeah,
and then any other Turtles Come Out and Fight That, feel free. We're going to start doing those again, and that's going to be fun. But we're going to.
Well, it's funny because we're kind of off. Like we did like one issue one time or an uneven number of times. I can't remember, but we're off on like issue numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So we might maybe in the future when we get maybe a couple more or something, maybe next episode, we might dedicate like the front half to the fights and then just do one issue of the comic. Then
that's fair. Yeah.
Kind of like switching out a segment.
I like it.
And we'll get back onto even numbers with this.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Because we got to see. We actually got to get to the end and see, or look at the notes again and see like how we're gonna do it. Because I think the end of this series deals with there's like. I can't remember if it was like unofficially released or if it was like we have the synopsis. I forget right now at the top of my head, but we got to see like how the numbers line up and what we do.
Yeah, make things even. And then we do have to get Tails.
That's what I was just about to say. We got to factor in Tails and see if we're going to do how they correlate, like if they go back and forth or if it's like how it used to be where it's like they don't really tie into one another.
They're just like bottle stories.
Yeah.
That's the impression I got, but we do need to look into that because we need to cover Tails before we move on from this comic, from the comics at this point.
Right. So, well, all right. Well, you ready to jump in?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and dive in.
Okay.
So this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 4, Issue 12 from October of 2003. Those aughts. 295 pennies in the U.S. And $4.10 pennies in Canada. Canada got bad exchange rate around this time. That's a lot more money.
Oh yeah,
that's like
a
lot more money. But yeah, what do you think about the cover, Eric?
It's neat. I like the colors of it. I like that it's evocative of like that kind. It's what you want out of a cover where it's like, why is a turtle hand coming from the ground? And why are these vampires in my Turtles book? Like, what's going on with that? And then like you're just curious about all this stuff. So yeah, I like all that. The art's a little weird, but it is in line with like the art that's in the book a little bit.
It is.
So it kind of works. But as far as the color composition of everything, it's appealing to me and I dig it.
Yeah, it's funny because actually the penciling and stuff looks a lot like Jim Lawson.
Mm-hmm.
But in the credits, it only gives credit to Michael Dooney for painting the cover. So I don't know cover painting, but it's like, well, does that mean that like Lawson penciled the cover then? Like, because they don't give him credit for that. They give him credit for layouts and penciling. So it's strange. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good color. I do like, or a good cover. I do like the color tones.
Yeah.
I don't know how much this stuck out on the newsstand totally. But it definitely makes you ask questions, especially if you read the last issue.
Yeah.
About these vampires kind of showing up out of nowhere. Vampire Picnic. It does make you ask, like, what's going on with that. So I think in that point, it's following up.
Yeah.
But as we'll see, this issue is kind of all over the place. There's a lot going on. And the vampires are not a huge part of it, actually, until kind of later on. So
that's true.
We'll see about that. But you ready to get into it?
I am.
All right.
Yes.
So our credits: you have Peter Laird on writing, lettering, inking, and toning. Jim Lawson on layouts and penciling. You've got Eric Talbot on inking, Michael Dooney on cover painting, and Dan Berger on production assistance. There's a note here in the beginning I'm not really going to fully read. It's just kind of strange, but it's just about like the background of this landing page. Looks like some weird 3D ball looking things and like stems.
Yeah.
And it's just like Laird talking about how he made a 3D model for Jim Lawson to like work on something. And he's been using these 3D graphics programs to like make this stuff.
Right.
It's just kind of interesting. There's a clearer version of it in the back of the book that we'll look at the end. But
then he also says, as for what it actually represents, you'll just have to wait 3 more issues.
Yeah. So there's a bit of a teaser there for sure.
It's actually him on another Segway. That's the new model of Segway.
Yeah, that's the new model of Segway. It's like it's him tripping balls on a Segway, right. And it's like that's his interpretation of what a Segway ride feels like.
Yeah.
The turtles go to Segway Land to get trapped there.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's more about the Segway at the end of this, which is very funny.
Yeah.
If you guys remember last episode.
Which is a nice segue.
So, oh man, we didn't even talk about this because we just jumped right in. Do you want to do front and half of each issue, or do you want me to do this issue, you do the next issue? How do you want to cover it?
Whatever you want to do.
Let's do front and backs of each. Well, that way we'll.
Okay, so you'll
it'll
do front.
break us up. Yeah.
So
I'll do front here.
Okay.
You do the back end of this.
Okay.
And we'll go from there.
Got it.
And we'll just do the same thing. Okay.
Rock and roll.
All right, so we open up with April in the attic of the farmhouse.
I don't know where this is. Are you sure it's the farmhouse? Like, because I don't know exactly where.
I think it is because it's got.
It would make sense.
It's where she took stuff, like
after
back,
the fire.
like after the fire, which would be the farmhouse.
That would make sense.
But yeah, until we hear different, I think it's the farmhouse.
Let's go with it.
They do get a little abstract sometimes and just say it's like moving scenes, so it's hard to know. But this is definitely not Stainless Steel Steve's house.
Okay, yeah, because why would that be there?
Because she never went there really to live.
That's
so, like,
true. We haven't seen her live
yeah,
there.
yeah. Like that's like more like Shadow April or Shadow Splinter.
Yeah.
They're like over there, but like. So they're here, and Casey makes a reference later on to the power not being turned on. So
that
it sounds like
sense.
they haven't been here in a long time.
Right.
But yeah, she's sitting upstairs. And you got to remember a little bit of the thing about April. April's going through a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Like, not just all the shit in this attic, but she's going through emotional shit, too.
Yeah.
Because it was discovered that April got the old dirty insulin from Baxter. We've covered that. He injected her at back in volume 2. And it turns out she had nanobots in her bloodstream. They made the turtle bots to go in and fight it. But during this whole rigmarole, they found out that April is not related genetically to Robin, her older sister.
Right.
Or sorry, her younger sister. We're going to get
Yeah.
into the order of things in a little bit. Her younger sister or her parents. So she has a mysterious origin, and she's not biologically part of that family.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of questions. And remember, her parents are dead. So they don't have, they can't go straight to them for answers.
Right.
Also, she got her head shaved when they were doing the thing. So she's shaved bald. She's back at the farmhouse. Very TMNT issue 10, 11 feeling of her at the farmhouse, thinking, basically. It doesn't have the same narration style as that issue does, but it's still, you'll see, she's still kind of picking up the clues here. So she opens up talking about it's hard to believe that any of this stuff survived the fire. Now, this is all of her dad's stuff. She explains that, because there's a box that says dad's stuff.
That's how you know.
That's how you know what is mine at my house.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, that's
unless
how you
there's
know.
a fire. Don't
yes,
do it.
Yeah. She talks about how a lot of it got burned, but some stuff in the very bottom of the basement didn't because it was basically flooded with water, so it couldn't. And they tried to dry them out for months, but then a lot of it's still mildewed. But in particular, she finds her dad's sketchbook, specifically sketchbook number 7. This will come up later. She goes into how her dad was always sketching shit. like constantly in this sketchbook. And we're treated to kind of a 2/3 page here of like the front of the farmhouse and or not the farmhouse, but a beach house they rent. We get into this later. And all these illustrations, some are still life, some are the kids, some are whatever.
And then there's that picture of April that just says above her head adopted.
Yeah. There's that one, like, and then at the bottom it says like not my actual child.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, like that one's that. It feels like if she would have looked at that one closer, she maybe could have gotten some clues.
Right.
But she went the long way on this one. She went the long way around on this bullshit.
Yeah.
So she stops in particular at one of her, like, kind of clutching her blanket and stuff, and she's kind of remembering like, oh God, there's like so many sketches of me as a baby. Like that's like all he did. But then she's like, but where did I come from? You know, and then we cut over to the turtles in the turtle lair. And they're kind of chilling. Like, a lot of stuff's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, my boy Brad used to say in X-Wing, he had there was a pilot, the Anakin pilot in the game.
Oh, I've heard of him.
Had all these abilities where he could move around. And all
I heard he's supposed to bring balance to the Force.
Oh, yeah. I've heard he's credit to his race. Yeah. That was a joke we had a long time ago. It's more intelligent than that. We were making a lot of jokes about how like the Star Wars prequels treated race really bad.
Oh yeah.
You know, and stuff like that. So we started kind of saying like very like pro-white things about Anakin because that's what Anakin's supposed to be.
That's what. Yeah.
So like I think it was actually Brad who started going credit to his race, and we would laugh so hard.
That's.
Yeah. So I'm not really a racist.
No.
But. Yeah, but Anakin was annoying because he could do like all kind of crazy shit after he basically he could whip your ass in one round like in X-Wing. So what Brad used to say all the time is like everyone move all their stuff, and then he'd go to move Anakin last, and he'd go, okay, a bunch of shit's about to happen, like to his opponent, and then it'd be like, I move this way, I do this, I shoot this, I go backwards, I shoot that guy, I back out.
Oh, okay, because he's got all these different.
It's all this shit, and you're like, what the hell? Like is going on. Oh, I passed an ability to this guy. He gets a turn. All this different stuff. That's how I feel about this scene. I'm like, a lot of shit's about to happen in this scene.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
So basically Donatello is heading out. He is going to go with the Utroms. They offered him a job to go look at some scientific stuff. That's a little top secret. And the turtles are like, man, you're really going. They do mention, like, Donnie says, yeah, like, I know Splinter hasn't lived in the sewer layer for a long time, but like this still reminds me of him.
Yeah,
and you know no one's being crazy here. Leo's like, I get it, dude. Like,
yeah, it's actually handled like pretty good. Like it's not they're not doing the typical like, bro, you gotta
they're kind of over. Even Raphael's kind of like, word,
right?
He's honestly doesn't really get involved in this first section. He's sitting there. Like,
watching. Which is kind of ironic because normally he would be.
Normally he'd be fighting. Like either I'm headed out,
right?
Like Raph's like, I'm not gonna stick around to watch you hang out,
right?
I'm leaving,
yeah.
Or Raph's like, why would you leave, bro? Like, all this stuff, but he's just chilling. So Donnie's like, yeah, I'm gonna go do that, but don't worry, I'll be careful. It's all good. Then Mikey's like, psh, I'm going with you, baby.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, what? He's like, oh, I got offered a job with the Utroms welcoming new aliens to Earth.
Right.
Because I got the golden personality. And I'm like, you do kind of.
He kind of does. They something I wanted to point out, when they show Mikey on the bed, he's holding a triceratops like stuffed animal.
Yeah, it's great.
And I think that's a throwback, literally and metaphorically, because here in this scene he's throwing the triceratops. Oh yeah, he is
throwing it behind him.
And when he's talking about going to be the thing, so I thought
that's good. That's good. Yeah, and that is a bit of a kind of a forewarning, a little bit,
metatextual, a little foreshadowing,
a little bit. So basically, like everyone's like messing with Mikey. Raph gives him a big noogie. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's my good luck noogie, bro," you know, and stuff. And so they're kind of leaving. Like, you know, they leave. Then it's just Leo and Raph, and Leo's like, "Well, so I'm also gonna go work because Karai asked me because you know Karai and the Foot Clan are running security at the Utroms like island in the Hudson or whatever, like outside of Manhattan.
Yeah."
He's like, yeah, she called me about like coming in to weigh in on like a security issue. It's kind of top secret, but like I'm also looking to get into that. And Raph's like, fine. He's like, I'll just hang out. Like, see you later. And it's kind of cool because like Raph does say this, which I think is worth reading. He's like, you know, Sensei used to drive me crazy with all of those nutty ninja training sessions, but I give anything to hear him say, Raphael, pay attention one more time.
Mm.
And he says this to Leo alone, which is like a big step. Normally, like Raph wouldn't show weakness or be sentimental with Leo.
Mm-hmm.
And Leo just says, like, I hear you, Raph. I miss him too. And that's the end of the scene. And it's like, that shows you how far Leo and Raph have come.
Oh, yeah. And especially with Splinter.
In these canon comics. Like, that's kind of crazy.
And especially with Splinter dying. Like that's it shows that instead of them they're literally drifting apart, but actually it seems like they've grown closer together.
They have.
But then one quick other thing is that Raphael mentions being careful, and he says that he trusts what does he call her? That cold fish. He calls Karai that cold fish.
Yeah.
He trusts her as far as he can throw her, but he trusts Cha Ocho half that far,
which is her captain,
right? Which is the guy that Leo has some history with that we don't know about.
We don't know what that is, but Cha Ocho is like not even. Yeah, like Cha Ocho is like just a real pain in the ass, and
right.
and the more immediate threat. Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, but back to what you were saying too. Like, I think that this is just done extremely well in them showing what Splinter's effect and how they've grown, and it's just it's just really good. Although the way that you read Raphael talk about, I guess I'll just hang out here. Like it sounded more of like he didn't kind of want to do that. The way I read it was that he's just like that's what he was wanting to do. Is he just wants to sit there. I don't know if maybe you meant that when in your inflection or like
no. I meant it the way I kind of said it because
I meant what I said.
Yeah, you fucking bitch. Because Leo says like, "How about you?" when he plans, and the way that the at the top of page 10, the way they kind of show how big the area is, and he goes, "Me, I guess I'll just hang out," you know.
Okay,
and he sits there and he's like. Sensei he gets into this Sensei thing.
I think you're right. I get it.
So I kind of read it as like, I guess.
Like he
you know
hasn't,
what I mean?
Like he hasn't thought about what he was going to do.
Yeah, he's kind of like, everyone's leaving and I'm being chill. Like I'm not like being an asshole, but like, I don't know what I'm going to do. No, I guess I'll just sit around here alone.
Yeah.
Because everyone else has something to do but Raph, which is kind of crazy. That's at least how I interpreted it.
No. It makes a lot more sense now the way that you're saying it. But also it's ironic because Raph is usually the first one to leave,
correct,
and bounce and all that.
Oh yeah.
So no, this is just
this got Raph twisted a little bit. He's like, I guess I'll just and he gets up to something. We'll see what that is. Yeah. So cut back to the farmhouse and up in the attic. Casey shows up with some tea, and it's just so funny because like the art here is really back and forth. Like sometimes April looks like April with her head shaved.
Yeah.
Sometimes she looks like
just a different person.
Like the sports guy from Anchorman. Like with like the balding head. Like you just don't know which one you're gonna get.
Right.
But she mentions, how do you heat up the water for the coffee? And he says, power may be shut off and my old camping stove works just fine. So that kind of tells you they're out here and it's kind of not ready to be a real cabin. It's just they're hanging out there. And they're chilling out, and so April finds a reel of 8mm film called Summer '62, and she's like, oh, I think I remember this. She pulls out the film just to like look at the images, and says, this film is from that summer they spent at the beach house in Kittery. Mom and Dad used to play these home movies a lot for me and Robin. So like, obviously when they were kids, it's funny they say, "Oh, when they." I'm like, when they. I'm like, you were there too, but it's strange.
But I guess maybe because she feels like, was she there?
Well, we're gonna get into that.
Yeah,
she was maybe there, maybe not. Things are kind of dubious, but she's not on that tip yet because she hasn't watched it. She's like, as I recall, there were some great shots of Dad working in his sketchbook. So she starts to kind of look at those frames, though, and she says, his sketchbook? Wait, what? Like, that can't be right. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, that sketchbook, those drawings he did of me, how? And that's when Casey's like, dude, are you listening? And she's like, yeah. Hey, do you still have that 8mm film projector you borrowed from your friend Eric?
Oh.
And I'm like, did he ever give that back?
No.
You never got it back?
I don't have it. So.
Damn.
Thanks, Casey.
Damn, Casey. We gotta get Danny on that.
We do.
Danny still knows Casey.
He does.
Find him. So he goes and gets the projector. So now we cut back to, like I said, a lot's happening. We cut back now to Donnie, who is with the Utrom expedition. Now, we saw some stuff before this, and now we know what Donnie, based on this, what we're about to read, we know what Donnie's about to get into.
Yeah.
Donnie is about to get into. So earlier in these comics, you remember there were some Utroms that landed in the jungle. And they were attacked by
like talking dinosaurs.
Like and they got eaten up and stuff like that. Well, now we know that's what Donnie's here to work on.
Yeah.
So they basically go over the fact that they start off by playing him like basically the cockpit camera of like what happened. And it's just Utrom in his suit talking about, oh my God, they've breached the hull, whatever. And you see those dinosaurs like, yum, give bitesies or whatever. And you realize, oh, they came in and got him.
Yeah.
Then we get, let me see. I feel like a good place to hand it over to you. I'm going to finish this version of this really fast. A lot of text. You can read all this. I will summarize it because it's a lot. Basically, Donnie's like, okay, how? Because he's basically like, are you involved in this? And they're like, well, here's what had happened. They talk about when they crash landed here, they were looking, wait a minute, begins many years ago during our first force. Yeah, okay. So when they crash, the origin of what makes the turtles in canon, TGRI.
I forget which one is canon.
TCRI.
Yeah.
TCRI, the canister, what made Leatherhead, all that stuff, what basically made Daredevil in their canon, all came from this first crash landing of the Utroms back in Volume 1. Before Volume 1, because it was what made the Turtles themselves, and Splinter. They talk about how they basically were trying to make a transmat, things were kind of rough, and they had to dispose of a lot of really dangerous waste substances that couldn't just be thrown into the city. So they used one of their transport vessels, like the only scout vessel they had that they basically rebuilt, to fly all of this garbage, this bad crap, over to the South American plains, South American plateau, to temporarily store it so they could dig themselves out of their problem, and then they were going to go back and pick it all up and clean it.
Right. And if I'm not mistaken, them getting rid of the waste was also them getting rid of the mutagen that caused the turtles. Like, this isn't the same incident necessarily, like, on this way
this is a different thing.
But it is a similar process. That's what the thing was. They were trying to get rid of this stuff. One went down the street and it got into the sewers. Yeah. And then the other one went out to the plateau.
Yeah. You get a feeling that they dumped a lot more out there. If it wound up in New York, it was like a real accident. If it wound up in South America, they put it there on purpose.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like, all right, well, comes time, we decide, like, okay, we hear about people trying to hunt dinosaurs out there. And we're like, oh, crap.
And that's the thing that we saw the
first time we see hunters get killed.
Yeah.
They're like on a safari.
Right.
They're like, we heard about hunters. It was rumors. And we're like, oh, shit. Well, we sent several craft, and they both never returned. So we sent one. It got destroyed. We sent one to look for them. That's the footage you just saw. They got destroyed. We need to go back and, like, not only do we need to neutralize or study or examine these creatures that were made, but we need to really clean up this crap because, like, we didn't mean it to be here for so long.
Right.
So they're like, that's what our air tug is for, which you've seen air tugs in this series before. They're like kind of spherical, or they're kind of not spherical, but cylindrical shaped. You've seen them before.
Yeah.
And they're basically like, oh, we outfitted this one for, like, with extra weapons and extra armor and stuff like that, and we need you to go, like, basically help us, like, figure it out. So when they do that, and they basically take off, and I'm going to hand it off to you. So they're basically like, are you ready to go? He's like, yep, and they fly away.
Yeah, and I love it because it's the scene. It gradually shows Donatello, like, getting smaller and smaller because it's showing him
like
looking at a porthole.
Page 20 into page 21. It's just like keeps going away.
And so, in famous last words, he goes, I guess that means you're ready for anything. When they talked about how, like, they geared it up with all this stuff, and they go, yes, we believe we are. And he goes, famous last words.
And there it goes.
Yeah, and you can tell by the look of this thing that it does look like it's been amped up a little bit. They gave it a cape. They gave it some underwear, and so it looks
it does.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah. So let me find my notes here.
And then on the next page, technically on 21, as they pull out or as they go to land, you see.
So as they're
somebody.
You see a character that I presume that is the same character that we saw that appeared before those dinosaur hunters, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Early issues on, and the character we didn't know and we hadn't seen since then. And he looks kind of like woodland kind of thing, but with some tech,
like a Groot, but also
like if Jack Kirby drew Groot as
yes,
a new god.
Yes, Jack Kirby's Groot.
Yeah,
with like tech
and
stuff. Yeah.
So there's that. So now back in the mean streets of New York City. I don't know, Raphael doesn't sound like much of a space guy name to me, is what we hear outside the bar, as we're outside the bar, called Galaxies. We go inside, and it's like your normal cantina kind of thing, where you've got a mishmash of different characters from all walks of life holding hands. It's like a nice like place that people can come from anywhere and just be themselves and be with who they want to be with and whatnot. And your boy Raphael's talking.
Wait. 2 of your cats are in there holding hands.
They are
gay. I can see them. They're in the background behind the pool table.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it. Good job. Hey, good job.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we did.
In person. Thank you.
So, but you also see a couple of other characters that are playing pool, and you got some human-looking people, and so some robot-looking people. A lot of mishmash. So, but Raphael's sitting at a table, and he's running his game with a Utrom and then some other ladies, and he goes, "Well, do you want to hear about how I kicked some Triceratops butt in the Galactic Arena of Doom?" And they're like, "Again?" So apparently he's been drinking and telling a bunch of stories,
and he's about to run this one back.
Right. So he's like, all right, I think I've had enough. I better go home. So maybe tomorrow we can shoot some more pool then. Is that cool? And this person says, yeah, sounds good to me, Raphael. He goes, nah, not Raphael, too formal. You sound just like my brother. Just call me Raph. Then as they leave, as Raphael leaves, we see the lady going, okay, Raph, see ya. And there's these two dudes that are like at the bar that look kind of shady.
A little sketchy.
And they have made note that Raphael is leaving. So outside the bar, well, actually, as he's leaving, he gets his weapons from the weapon check-in place.
Yeah.
And so he starts making his way downtown. And he's like, oh, maybe I'll take the long way home down a certain alley. And he should have known better.
No.
And so he starts feeling the effects of the last beer still. And at this point, a bunch of people are behind him. And they're like, all right, now get him. And so he's like starts fighting these characters in this dark alley. And they look like the guys from the bar. And, he calls them, he's like, why can't a guy walk down a dark alley at night in this city without being hassled by a bunch of weirdos pretending to be vampires?
Yeah.
And this lady kicks him in the face and says, we're not pretending, spaceman. We're the real deal. And so so he's like, oh goodness. So he's like, real vampires, don't make me laugh. You punks got the look down, but real blood suckers are stronger than and then he starts to feel the effects of the beer again and stuff like that. So they keep calling him Spaceman. And then they say it's not nice to insult the Dark Lords of the Night, which was Ryan's first record title.
That was
your solo record. Dark Lords of the Night.
Dark Lords of the Night.
And it was literally just you, and then you took a picture of you a couple days later with a beard, and you were pretending to be a duo. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it was, and it was experimental. I'm still, I guess, kind of proud of it. But my goal was to get the darkest bongo tone that was ever found, because that's mainly the only instrument I played on that record was the bongo.
Oh yeah, you just affected it.
So I did a lot of stuff. I buried the head of the skin out in the woods under a dead cat. I didn't kill the cat. The cat was already dead. I rubbed chicken bones on it. I did all this stuff. And you know what made it sound the darkest?
What was that?
I just had to play it with a certain part of my body.
Oh. The darkest part, if you will,
Yeah.
where the sun don't shine.
Where the sun don't shine. And
Oh.
then that, I tell you, that was a heavy.
That
was a heavy ass bongo.
heavy
tone.
bottom.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
It was.
I only play with chicken bone sticks because of that record.
Yeah.
I don't know
Well,
if most people
thank
know
you.
that.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I kind of surprised myself.
That be as you should.
To be honest.
I mean, sun don't shine. So anyway, sorry, I digress.
Yeah, it's okay.
So they're like it's not nice to insult the Dark Lords of the Night, for we take umbrage at such slights from puny mortals.
Okay, fucking Reddit mod.
Mm-hmm.
Like those guys sound so edgy now. They're like edge lords. You're like, okay, man. Like,
oh yeah.
For we take umbrage. I'm like, what are you gonna go sue up a school or something? Like,
oh my goodness gracious. Well, these guys they end up finding a 2x4, and Raph's still like calling them out, saying they got like plastic fangs and they're not real and all this stuff. And they whack him over the shell, which again, like, you know, they're not bulletproof shells. Like, he still feels things on his shell. Like that's
yeah, it still sucks.
It still sucks. So he's like, gosh, what's going on? Like, he doesn't know what's happening to him.
What's happening?
And so now we get the cover image essentially. And we see these people. They're like, we drink alien blood, and so then you got one of the guys that's like, should we really do it? Maybe it's not safe. Like, I don't know. And one of the other ones is saying that if it's not compatible, they'll just throw it up. And
for God's sakes, Wendell.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
You're like, what the fuck, a Wendell?
I forgot Wendell.
Bro, the minute, there should have been, when she said, oh, for God's sake, Wendell, like, there should have been a little, word bubble from Raph where he's like,
oh, yeah. Like,
just that, even though they're about to get him, it's
right.
Wendell, but
Wendell, that's the guy. And he's wearing a puffy shirt, just like Seinfeld.
Yeah, Wendell's going to get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like, watch the shell. They're like, go ahead and bite him. Watch the shell. It looks hard. Why would you go for the shell to begin with if you're gonna bite? There's how many people here? 5.
Yeah, it's like you got like a head, neck, arms, legs. I mean, like, no one has to bite the shell, dude.
You could even bite the front tail and still be fine. Like, why are you going for the shell, you dumbass?
Watch for half of him.
Yeah,
it'll chip you. It's like, okay.
So, and then there we go. That's the end of this issue. We get into Turtle Tracks.
Yeah. I mean, the only real thing about Turtle Tracks is just, and I'm not going to read all of this, but it's basically Peter, because I love this. He's like, I have a short follow-up to last issue's segue essay that I was going to run in this issue. Parentheses, this is some shade. Something I'm sure would have irritated and bedeviled those few readers who apparently can't discriminate between an advertisement and an unpaid, unsolicited, and an impassioned testimonial.
Oh,
but
snap.
I ran out of room. Maybe next issue. I'm like, bro, you can tell he put his heart on the line when it came to that segue segment. And it basically was the entire Turtle Tracks.
Yeah.
And there were some people in there that were like, stop hawking these fucking segues. And he's like, oh, egads.
Yeah. Check your privilege.
Yeah. Don't worry, though, because while he never, in this issue, he doesn't really do the same thing he did that in the issue before, this one. But there's some good segue pictures. There's some stuff. But him in that segue, you know he did that shit personally. There were some people that basically said, like, you can just tell in here. Because, like, there's something with the shade. You can tell he wants to, like, throw shade at those people.
Oh yeah,
that they're basically like too stupid, that to discriminate between advertisement and someone just saying they really like things. You don't have to put that in there.
Yeah,
you could have said, I have a short follow up to last issue segue essay that I was going to run in this issue, but I ran out of room. Maybe next issue.
Yeah, exactly.
Just the best Peter Laird back in the day, 23 years ago.
Yeah.
23 years ago, Peter Laird, man, like, the best revenge is living well.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
But I would also caution him that he needs to check his privilege a little bit about the fact
that's
that
true.
These people made him be able to afford that segue, because you know how many other indie comic artists could actually afford segues? Probably none.
Probably not many.
Maybe not. No, I don't even think any could. Like any of the indies could ever afford that. Like, any of them, I don't think. Just probably later,
especially like early adopter. Because we talked about, I mean, they cost like $5 or $6 grand. No, it was more like $7 in 2003 money,
right?
Which is like a lot of money. No, I mean, it's less than a car, like, but it's just a thing to ride around on.
Yeah.
Like, probably not.
Probably not.
Too many people like were able to afford them.
No.
And then of course the last image is just that 3D render that he did.
Right.
That was just, you know, kind of like a better image of what it's going to be.
It's just.
I'm curious when we get to it how realistic it'll look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm a little interested in that as well.
Like how much it'll really look like that. You know?
Yeah, because it's questionable. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know if I'm seeing the vision there, but yeah. So, what did you think about that issue, Ryan?
I really liked it. It did kind of go everywhere, but I think after the April problem and after the April like being saved, kind of like brought everything to like a point. I think they're trying to like spread back out again for the next arc. Right?
Okay.
Like, so I think that's why all of a sudden the turtles all split up. They're all going different places. April is looking for things from the past.
Right.
Like all this stuff is happening.
Something
From the past.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of what they're doing.
Okay.
So it's cool. I think on its own, it's a little bit of a scattered issue. But I think obviously when we get into issue 13, if you bought that one, you know, then you get the follow up to a lot of these, like you're not really a conclusion, but like a follow through on a lot of those separate arcs.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely one of those issues where you're like, yeah, okay, I can't wait to see what the next one it's got and stuff. So, speaking of that, let's go ahead and get to the next issue.
Ooh.
We've got TMNT Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 13, $2.95 in the United States from December of 2003 and $4.10 in Canada.
Yeah, you know.
So, Ryan, what do you think about this issue from Mirage Publishing?
The cover is interesting because I know it has digital elements, but not all the way.
No.
It's really interesting. So what you see is the kind of wooden Groot, you know, Jack Kirby Groot character on just him with like in the jungle with like kind of light coming down, you know, through him and like behind him in the setting, kind of a green background. I like the art a lot. I think it does make him look like very almost like very like troll-like.
Yeah,
you know, very orc-like actually. More like honestly, if he was green, it'd almost be an orc from like 40K. It's very similar, like the underbite, the way he's kind of built. And he looks cool. And you do ask because he has all that tech on.
Yeah.
And you've been led to believe like the dinosaurs, everything like that, you know, they're a product of just basically mutagen being spilled and waste being around. But this guy looks like, I don't know about him.
There's something more to him.
Yeah, there's something more to him.
Yeah. I am very interested in knowing more about this fella.
But the painting looks really good. It draws you into the face. Like
it does.
You know, like when you look at this cover, you might see other things, but the face is so detailed and so forefront. It really does draw you into it.
But then when you see the metal on the gun and like his armor a little bit, it's just like, yeah, that's neat. Like the mix of different art styles. I don't know. That's really cool.
Yeah. The mix of different art styles and then a classic, the mix of like the organic with the mechanical.
Yes.
You know,
love
it. It's just neat.
Right. And so, but it's almost organic and mechanical. It's kind of like humans and segways, right? Like, you know
like
what I'm saying?
How like a human gets on a Segway,
right?
The most important device ever made,
right?
Oh my God!
So you know what? We were wrong. I guess another indie comic creator could buy a Segway because you got your boy.
It was a setup.
Yep.
Yeah. So you turned the page. You know, Pure Laird was looking forward to this photo being the first thing you saw when you flipped the cover.
Oh yeah.
Ever since the first assholes were like, "Dear Mirage, I was very disappointed when I saw a Segway advertisement through my entire letter section." You know that he was like, "Ha, bitch, it's going to be the first thing you see."
Right.
And it is. It is Laird and Stan Sakai on a Segway outing on the Smith College campus in Northampton.
Yeah.
In November 2003, which is not long before this issue came out.
I want to say that Stan drove his all the way from Hawaii because I think he lives in Hawaii.
Shit.
I think, and I could be mistaken. I might be mixing him up with Larry Hama. So don't come at me.
How much of a flex would it be if like Peter literally had so much fuck you money from the Turtles that he was like, "Oh, Stan, you're coming to Northampton? I got you, fam. Just bought another one."
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Like, no, don't bring yours all the way. Like, you can't transport that. That's crazy. No, just come over and get mine.
Yeah.
I bought a second one.
Yeah.
bitch. Like, and that's in the back. The back letter section is not letters. It's just. But half of it is like him just talking about the process of picking out his second segue.
Right.
Like his guest segue. Like,
Yeah.
I want it to be a slightly different color than mine.
Right.
I want to have the same performance package as mine. I want it to be roughly the same because we both have to go to the same places.
Right.
But you see Stan's the guy. Stan's the guy's like, I'm having a fucking blast.
I love it. They got their helmets on and everything. Oh, I love it. And their little backpacks on the thing.
No, like,
This is fantastic.
and I love this, but you know for a fact that when Kevin Eastman was in the house, this wouldn't have gone down. Kevin would have been like, no.
Oh, probably. Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
this is the nerdiest shit that's ever happened. And
Yeah.
and Peter Laird would be like, we are nerds. Like, I don't know why you stopped trying to be one.
Right.
Like, you're out here with your like sunglasses and your leather jacket. Like, I bought heavy metal magazines.
My tattoos.
Bro. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I fuck everybody. I fuck all these women.
Oh my God.
And he's just like, you get your shirt like most of the way like unbuttoned with like a gold chain. You're like, bruh.
Yeah.
You know that we draw turtles, right? Like we came up with turtles.
Mm-hmm. That's
I'm
us.
a nerd. I'm gonna ride the Segway.
Right.
They're very different people, but yeah. Your credits for this issue is Peter Laird on writing, lettering, inking, and toning. Jim Lawson on layouts and penciling. Eric Talbot on inking. Michael Dooney on cover painting, and Dan Berger with production assistance. With featuring Stan Sakai on a Segway.
Yeah. So now do I do this and then you finish this one, or how?
Yeah.
Is it
If you want to do it that way?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh jeez.
Jeez.
I'm messing up everything. All right. So yeah, but no. Again, that is the cutest picture.
It is really cute. It is really cute, and I do love the middle finger to the haters, because that's what that picture is.
If you want to be a Patreon, this one's a good time to mention Patreon
Oh,
so
yeah,
that we
yeah,
can
yeah,
get
yeah.
segues.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. Oh, speaking of segues.
if you like magnets with cool pictures from the turtles on them
Yeah.
that may or may not get sent to you by being a patron, this might something on this screen right now might be turned into a
I just
magnet.
need that on a shirt, to be honest.
I could also make that a shirt. So, which we
I just
also
need that to be on
do.
a shirt.
So that is a good idea. Let me. Okay, this is real life. I'm gonna write this down. Hold on. So, Segway shirt.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Got it. Okay. So, all right. Let me see if I got everything where it needs to be. So we open up on the Grav tug, which I've been calling it the tug for so long, but it's a gravity tug apparently.
You know,
and
what's a tug between friends?
What's a tug between friends? You know what I'm saying? It's speaking of. Oh, we got one right here.
you gotta go.
So yeah, so they show up on the plateau or whatever this is in where's this again? In like
Just South America.
South
baby.
America, is that right?
Just undisclosed location in South America, plateau.
So they see the structural skeleton of the last tug that was sent there, and yeah, Donnie's like sitting there working on instruments and stuff like that, and they're like, yeah, no, this thing was like dismantled with like precision. So like,
Yeah,
there's
this
got
isn't
to
like
be
wrecked and it's like destroyed. It's like
salvaged.
they like salvaged it. They took it apart.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they're like, but for what purposes? And they're like, I don't know. There's like so many things that this could be.
I love they're like asking all these questions. They're like, bro, what could this mean? And Donnie's like, I don't know.
Yeah, like I'm just here for.
Yeah.
I'm learning this as much as you are. Then they get shot at with a Zrat, some kind of energy wave from the surface, and it nearly took down the shields. But yeah, no, they're still good. But they got to land to make some some repairs. But Donnie's like, no, not just yet. Whatever's out there might hit us again, and who knows what a second blast might look like.
Yeah.
But or what it might do. But I think that it's time we use some of those weapons that you outfitted this thing with. So let's do it. But he's just trying to triangulate where this approximate location of the blast came from. And so yeah, he ends up getting an image of the character that shot him.
Doesn't that look like it's like Triceraton tech?
Anytime
Doesn't
I see
it, like
a triangle,
doesn't that
yeah.
look like how like because you know the barrels of their guns are triangular and
Right.
stuff? Doesn't that look like that'd be like the lock-on system for like a Triceraton ship?
It does. It does.
Yeah.
So he's got him in his targets, so they blast a dude. And yeah, and he says something in this language we don't understand. And I keep changing my notes. I keep hitting the wrong key. So yeah, so then now they're like, oh yeah, no, we definitely got to land. the energy blast caused more damage than I thought.
Things are bad. We're basically going to crash unless we land now.
Right. So Donnie's like, all right, I'm clearing the area. I'm reading for a clear area safe enough for us to land. So they do. And it's just like a huge landing. So, all right. So apparently it wasn't that bad of a landing, even though it looked crazy. Everything's good. They begin repairs immediately. And Donatello was tasked with seeing if he can ascertain what that being is still, if the being is still out there.
Yeah, they're like, you think he's out there? And he's
right.
like, I don't know.
But Donnie's like, I don't know. I think it might have like a cloaking ability, but it has a...
All the U-Trons are like, what'd you say?
Right. And Donnie's like, it has like a wood-like surface, like some sort of like wood-like exterior that seems like it might have some sort of camouflage, like predator kind of thing. And so they're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, so where am I in my notes? Okay, yeah. So the U-Trons aren't waiting to find out, so they gear up to check it out. And Don says that he appreciates the captain's caution, but says his combat instincts tell him that if the creature was could still attack, that he would have by now.
Yeah.
They find the blast crater and where the creature was, and no sign of the creature, but they're still picking up metal signatures. Then Don finds the weapon the creature used, and the U-Trons examine it, and it appears to be of U-Tron design.
And one of his hands, too, earlier. Like they find one of his hands.
Really? Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, on page 8 up top.
I skipped that.
Because he says, yeah, good. I found a piece of the being, but there's no other sign of the rest of the body. He's like, look, I found the gun.
Oh, snap.
So I think that was like the right hand that was like holding the gun.
Yeah.
Got blasted off with the gun.
I missed that. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, yeah. No, and again, the artwork looks fantastic in this.
Yeah, it was cool.
Like he's really good at drawing turtles, but also the U-Trons.
That's the thing is because it's not
like humanoid.
Regular flesh and blood humanoids.
Right.
That's where we struggle.
Right.
To get things done on time, because we've seen Lawson draw humans fine.
Oh yeah.
There's a back and forth between production time and what we got to do.
Yeah.
And but yeah, when you just got turtles and U-Trons, everything is like gorgeous.
Right.
Yeah.
So back at the farmhouse, April and Casey are getting everything geared up to watch this thing. And she finally gets it worked out and figuring all this stuff out. They turn out the lights, and then we get treated to the beach house that they rented in Maine. And Casey's like, "What are we looking for exactly?" She's like, "Oh, wait, I'll show you." Blah blah blah. They rewind it. Blah blah blah. They figure out how to rewind it, and then we get to see what actually is happening, and we see that her dad is there sketching some stuff in his book, and you see that it's baby April. And now she goes, watch as my dad closes this sketchbook. I think he's saying something to my mom. She's doing the filming.
Remember, also 8mm film, unless it was made way later, which in 1962, this was whatever, did not have an audio strip on it. So like he's saying something, but you can't hear it, because there's no recording. And
then we see that it's the sketchbook number 7. Dad was a maniac about numbering things. Said it helped keep him organized. And then there's my sister Robin. I think she's about 2.5 years old here. It's strange. Don't you see what I mean? And Casey's like, Casey's
like, you better literally spell it out.
Right. And she's like, all right, freeze frame. A couple of hours ago, I found sketchbook 7, the one in which my dad was working in this film, in a box of Dad's stuff. It was one of the few things that survived the fire at the second time around shop. Something about his drawing of me in that sketchbook bothered me. Something just didn't seem right. Then I came across this film and a vague memory of the scene we just watched. I had to see it again to be sure. Casey, Robin is almost 4 years older than me. But here she is in this film, obviously about 2, at most 3 years old, in a home movie where Dad is plainly seen drawing portraits of me as an infant. At least a year before I was even born. How is that possible? Yeah.
That honestly is creepy.
Oh, yeah.
That's creepypasta shit, honestly. Like, that's like modern.
Yeah.
That'd be like a modern creepypasta story. I found my dad's old sketchbook and then watched some home movies. Why aren't I the age I should be?
Yeah.
Why am I younger than my younger sister?
Right.
Like that kind of shit.
Oh yeah, no,
like that. It's a modern creepypasta. It's insane. Like,
yeah,
that is so scary. Like, just because there's so many implications of what that means.
You're right. Now, I will say that it's interesting because that we read this after Splinter's funeral, where April sees Renee, who can control time and take people back in time. And she goes, remember she was weird about Renee showing up, and she's like, oh, maybe I can ask her or something like that. She says something to that effect. And I'm like, oh, it would have made more sense to see this before that. But I'm wondering if this has something to do with
orders.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that might have
100%.
something to do. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is kind of, it's awesome. Like
Yeah.
when she says ends on that line, like, how is this even possible?
Yeah, no, that's
You're like, oh, that's intriguing.
that's great.
That's a great turn.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it starts off, not to sidetrack, but it starts off as like it's memory time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going back through the old memories. Then it kind of turns into like that ain't right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, speaking of interesting, we go back to the streets of New York City, and we got, help me. And you got,
and we got, help. Sorry. It's something about breaking your stride to do something that sounds completely not right.
yeah.
Like, have you seen that thing from Eastbound and Down about the fixins?
I don't think so.
They cut it for a reel, and people that have seen it are like, "Oh my god, he's gonna explain a reel to Eric." But I'll make it fast. So the whole thing is like it's like they're basically it's like outtakes from Eastbound and Down, and they're like filming this scene where they're gonna have like a banquet, or they're gonna have some kind of like event.
Okay.
And Kenny Powers is like talking to there's that one guy that's kind of stupid.
I've never seen this
okay. There's
show.
one guy that like talks really like kind of like this.
Okay.
You know? And he's like, yeah, man, I want a bunch of chicken wings. I want all the fixins.
Yeah.
You know, all this stuff. And then the guy goes, wow, Kenny, I didn't think you were gonna kind of have that kind of food and fixins. And they can't get through it. The fixins.
Yeah.
And like it's just too fucking funny because like you just change your entire way of speaking. And there's a comedy for that. There's like that's a comedic like method. And you did it. You're like, you're out here and you got You're like, yeah, man, we're out here about the mean streets of New York. You're talking about, I need help. Help me. Dude, we should do that more often. Like when I'm telling stories, I ought to do that shit. Yeah. I'd be like, yeah, then Eric comes around the corner like, fuck. And it was like, what are you talking about? Like, what?
Like when you're telling stories to like other people?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I would tell other stories. Like I just do like an impression that like, it's not a story where I've ever done any impressions. Is the important part. I break it right there.
That's so good.
Yeah, like like whatever. We had a great day, and then the last thing Eric did is he came by and he said, You're like, what? What did he do? He said,
You know what that means.
You know what that means?
Oh my god. All right.
Okay.
So help me.
Help.
You got your boy Raph on them bricks, and then he hits them
real.
streets, and people just walking by. And this is such a good page because so much of the Turtles, despite the fact that they have a blimp with their name on it, a lot of times the Turtles want to talk about secrecy and being like incognito and things like that. And here, because the alien, not really invasion, but the alien migration, I guess.
Yeah,
that people don't care. They just, okay, sure. Is this just another drunk dude that's just had
also
too much
very
to drink?
clearly different, right? If you're used to your fandom of the Turtles kind of began more in the 87 animated series, more in later comics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Are not familiar with the fact that the Turtles were never well known.
Right.
The only Nope, that was Adventures. Fuck.
I was about to say, I was like, wait, it looks like you paused.
No, because Adventures, I do it in person.
In real life. And I was like sitting here
you're
like
staring at me like, bro, like that's like
I don't know how to fix you in real life.
Black Mirror shit.
That is.
Like you realize you think somebody's glitching out all the time.
Right.
But you do a thing in person, you realize that's just them.
Yeah.
That's crazy. In Adventures, they mess with the idea of a being basically coming to Earth and kind of like running shit and doing a smear campaign on the Turtles. Do you remember that?
Was it Adventures or was that the animated series? Because I think that was the animated series.
Oh, it was. I'm sorry. It was Red Skies.
Yeah, I think it was
Red Skies 87
Yeah.
animated series. But like, if you're used to that and then you come into this, you're like, oh, I mean, dude, people know who the Turtles are. Not in Mirage.
Yeah.
Like in Mirage, they literally kept it low key. The only reason they can kind of walk around the streets is because the Utroms have come and all the other aliens have come.
Oh yeah.
Which is a kind of an interesting concept. But here, you're right. It's like the insensitivity.
Mm-hmm.
He's treated as just another alien.
Yeah.
Drug addict, another alien, like, you know, and they even mentioned the jihad here.
Oh yeah, they do. They
Yeah.
get to because it gets more. They expound upon this.
Yeah.
Where you got more people taking pictures and check it out. Oh, we can't hold their booze. Always knew that. Oh, look at this. Gutter alien, gutter trash, just like the jihad. Jihad dude said so. The time to kick space garbage off our planet. And oh, look at these sweet blades, yo. And and so he's going after his Psy. And then we got someone saying, "Sir, I strongly suggest you don't do that." And it's your boy Metalhead. Oh my God. Or not a Metalhead. Honeycut. Future. That's it.
Yeah.
I saw the small robot guy and I was thinking of the 2012 Metalhead.
Along with Glurin, our named
Glurin.
Utrom, our scientist
Oh yeah.
of
and
sorts.
or
specialists. They're all kind of scientists. But,
yeah.
you know.
But I just love the art here.
I love it.
He looks so good.
The way they draw him, he feels like he's out of Fugitoid.
He does.
Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like the inks and stuff, it feels like there's something about the way they finish him.
Yeah.
That's very different than the way they finish even other robots.
Oh, absolutely. And he just looks so good. And it's like your friend that comes. This is like Steve Rogers coming up and be like, "Hey, stop beating up on that guy."
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. And so this is great. But these bigots are just like, yeah, whatever. All right, robot pal. What does he say? We ain't scared of no stupid bloopy. Stupid blobby, Ooty Booty, and his little
robot.
Yeah, the Ooty Booty.
Ooty Booty.
So Fugitoid turns into his giant robot mech suit that we saw at the beginning of the series.
Yeah.
And then puts those dudes in a trash can.
No. He doesn't put them in the trash can.
He just
because he
crushes
says
it.
I hate violence, so he just crushes the trash can, and he's like, "Do you see how I can fuck you up?" And they're like, "Ah."
Right. Oh, he calls them witless troglodytes too.
Love
which
that.
I absolutely
love that.
Yep. Then he scoops Don or Michael. Oh Jesus. None of those three characters. None of those are in this panel. I am so sorry.
Every single character, but the one that's in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Jesus, Mike, her daughter, not in this.
Yeah. Jesus, like Saint Vincent, fucking like Barack Obama.
Yeah,
no, none of them.
None of them.
It's Raph.
So Raph gets scooped up by Honeycut, like how Kevin Costner did in Bodyguard.
Yep.
And then we got Glorin calling the cops, calling calling the ambulance.
Yeah, Kirschberg Memorial.
Yeah. And so now back at the island, we got the transmat all set up, and they're waiting for an arrival from Group 3. And all life forms, please stand clear of the transmat platform while rematerialization is underway. And so we see this is happening. And you get some welcoming, and you got some people going up to them, and you got different people. You got some normal-looking people in the sense of like humans. You got some alien-looking people that just look like...
This is like their transmat airport. Like you can kind of tell it's like this is where all the new people come in. If they're going to come in over transmat, they come in through there.
Right.
There's even a thing that says, "Oh, transportation successful. Next group arriving on schedule in 5 minutes." So it's kind of like this is out the port that you come in through.
Yes. And so then we see Michelangelo wearing a weird looking kind of sash thing with some other dudes and or people, and they're talking about like, who'd you get assigned to, and did you study and this and that? And he goes, "I got assigned to Regenta of Yenode Minor." And they're like, "Oh," and basically they explain
they're like, "Yikes."
Yeah, they explain that let's see, I wrote it in my notes. Just that like they're apparently is some sort of it's some sort of princess.
Yeah, they're like royalty.
And his coworkers are telling him that they're generally a handful and can try one's patience, essentially is what he's saying. And so then all of a sudden they appear and they look like Triceratons. But
they do. But
let's see. When they get there, they're like, "All right, here he goes. Welcome to Earth." And he's like, "Can I help you down?" And they're like, "No, you should not touch the Regenta, blah blah blah, especially by an outworlder and all this stuff like that." Well, he goes, "I'm the facilitator. I'm Michelangelo. It's nice to meet you. may I make your visit to Earth most pleasant. And so she was the princess lady is like, actually, I require an Earth native to be my facilitator because they want the most authentic experience. But Mikey's quick to show his roots, and
he's like, I've lived here. Like,
it's a long story. And she goes, he goes, no, she goes, and you clearly are not a member of the dominant mammalian species. He goes, right, but I am a native. It's a long story. She goes, one, I have no desire to hear. And I'm like,
what a right bitch.
Dang.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So
that's harsh.
Then she pulls out the old paper.
She does.
The pamphlet.
It's a little pamphlet.
Says, I want to go here and all this. And and he's like, oh, right. Museum of Natural History, my favorite place. And you're like, really?
Uh-huh.
All right, dude. So and then he's like, your bodyguards don't have to come. They can amuse themselves here on the base. But they're like, oh, what? Who's going to protect? Who's going to protect her? You? And he's like, that's right. You want to find out how good I am? I fought your kind before. And he's like, oh, you've battled and defeated Styracoon? Styracoon. He goes, no, I have fought and beaten Triceratons. They're like, huh! Triceratons. Oh, the three horns are very distinct cousins and inferior to Styracodons, whatever. And you push your luck insulting impertinence, Earther. Should enough. And then Ryan takes over.
Oh shit. So the queen, the princess is like, this exchange has become tedious. My guards will accompany us, facilitator Michelangelo, for I know their abilities, and yours are to me uncertain. And your boy's like, you know what? That's cool. Fun fact, you can tell he's got a little pleasure. This is a little bit of that Laird being like, hey, you have to see the segue. Yeah. You guys see my photos. He's like, well, all right, cool. But you need to watch videos on everything. Like, if you want to be in the North America, you got to watch that video. If you want to go to any other country, you got to watch other videos. So come this way. And they're like, fine. So they walk. And he's kind of like, oh, my God, what have I got myself into? And he does the
loser. Yeah, it's
behind
great.
him. I'm like, damn, bro.
So good. Laird thought he was really cool.
Oh, yeah. He's like, yeah. Watch my segue shit. So now we're at Kirchberg Memorial Hospital. Zippy Lad's made it down there, who's obviously been so kind of integral to this volume of Mirage. He's just been around this whole time.
You don't remember, he has a lot to do with this hospital.
Kirchberg, which
Michelangelo
is a superhero hospital.
Came to this hospital earlier on in the series.
Yeah, so he comes downstairs. He's like, oh my God, I came as fast as I heard, What's
down
going
ramp,
on?
probably.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
I think he just like opened a window and slung himself out and slung it back in somewhere.
I mean, he's a superhero.
He's got like a freaking probably like a greased firefighter's pole.
Oh, that's what it is.
It's like an 80-story building, and your boy's like,
right, woo,
on that thing. That'd be terrifying to look straight down like an 80-story fireman's pole. That'd be like fucking scary.
Or better yet, he's got like a hole like in his seat, like perfect. So he wheels himself up to the pole, and it catches him like he's gonna ride on it with his little scooter, and woo!
I thought you were going somewhere else when you said he had a hole cut out. I'm like, bro, what?
Oh no, not that hole.
Yeah,
but
okay.
just when you can slide the pole.
Yeah, and you grip it with your legs.
Yeah.
Even though they don't really work.
But
anyway, this is gonna work.
Yeah.
So of course, he's asking for an update on Raphael, and he's like, well, not well, I fear. And Honeycutt's like, yeah, he was nearly comatose when he came in 3 hours ago, and we don't really know what it is, although it may be linked to these vampire attacks. The last victim was a young woman killed in Central Park, which we saw in a previous issue. Zippy Lad's like, yeah, I've heard some stuff about those vampires too from like my buddies in the force, and they're just kind of talking about it, about how the victims of these people have not turned into vampires themselves, have not become bats, wolves, or turned into mist. Like, it seems like they're not. If there are vampires, they're not spreading vampirism to people. It's more like they're just feeding on people, which is not great, but I guess better than making more.
Right.
So they're just talking about the different things around that. And this is when things start to turn a little bit, because Zippy Lad starts to notice, like, why is he in the secure part of the facility? Normally we only put like bad, like super powered people here. And he's like,
what is he called?
It was necessary.
What's one of the superheroes he calls? There's a name. Oh my gosh, one of them was like Dumbfoot or something.
They get into this in a minute.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
I just thought that was
I'm
really
gonna
funny.
get there. Steel Biter and Deathleg.
Deathleg.
Yeah.
Deathleg. That is amazing.
Also, if you notice, wait, this is so strange. Okay, I'm gonna get it. Okay.
Okay.
So they finally get to this door. One thing I forgot to mention, I basically watched all of The Boys. I'd never seen The Boys before. I watched it.
Yeah.
I watched it from like episode 1 through the end of season 4 in like a week.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
Like, or maybe a week and a half.
That's still a lot.
So this looks like the door where they kept Homelander.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's all locked. And of course, again, like your boy's like, what in the fucking, like, this is just for like ultra strong bad guys like Steel Biter and Deathleg. And he's like, I'm just saying that the doctors that were around Raph when he was waking up said we should put him in the Homelander room.
Yep.
And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
So they go in there, and I love this shit. I think this is more segue. He's like, I'll give it a shot. Chair up.
Oh.
Does that not look like basically a reverse segue?
That does look like
because where's the other wheels?
Where's the other wheels?
Where's the front wheels?
Where's the front wheels? That's what I'm asking.
No, dog, he's on a Segway,
He's on a
bro. He's
Segway.
pushing that shit again.
Oh my goodness.
He's on that Segway. Bottom left corner.
And
that's
he's
just
yeah, no, that's
just another one for you.
Zippy Lad is Peter Laird.
Yes.
Yes.
We thought it was Donatello the whole time, but no, it's Zippy Lad. So he's like, okay, like it's kind of dark. I can't see him. And Fusoid's like,
because they dimmed the lights.
We dimmed the lights because he didn't like bright lights. And they're like, okay, like the next series of panels is really cool on page 29, getting toward the end. So like, he's like, somebody's in there. I can't see it. And you're like, well, boom, and knocks his Segway the hell back for a minute. He's like, oh, wow, good Lord.
Then you hear, help me.
Yeah. He's like, well, boom. And your boy's like, good Lord. And then like we see this great picture of Raph where he's like, grunk, gunk.
Yeah.
And he's like, obviously like psycho, crazy.
Something's going on.
Mean ass, crazy. Yeah. And he's like, Raphael, what has happened to you?
It looks,
it looks crazy.
It's so good.
It is very, kind of, monster coded there.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Definitely.
And then it's funny, he doesn't really talk a lot about Segways at the end of the book.
Oh, because he just drew him in there.
Yeah. He talks about hanging out with Stan and working on documentary stuff for a future, like the future TMNT DVDs.
Ooh.
Like doing special features. Tape some interview segments for the DVDs with the Big Brawl episodes, in which his character Usagi and Jin will be appearing.
Oh, this is the 2003 series.
Yeah, he's talking about that. So he's talking about doing bonus stuff for 2003.
Yeah.
Which is cool as hell. And we do get a preview of the cover, a sketch, which is something they've been doing lately, which I really like. That cover for 14 looks metal as fuck.
It does.
Like, that looks sick.
It does.
Which is like Raphael in his like monster form, like all like he's like obviously like chained down with like superhero restraints, and there's like all this like Utrom and like different technology it looks like around him, like they're trying to do something to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that.
That's that.
So what'd you think?
I loved it. I thought it was great.
I thought it was a good cap off of issue 12.
Agreed.
I thought issue 12 sets you up, and issue 13, like
knocks you down.
Like I think it's like a Penny and Jordan situation.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, I thought it was great. I like the combo. I like both of these issues, and just bringing the vampires back. The April stuff being like, I'm intrigued about that. I want to know what that's all about.
Yeah.
Having Donnie going and investigating all this stuff that they've been leading up to this entire time has been really cool.
That's been really neat.
Mike meeting a new. I had a feeling that Michelangelo was going to have something to do with a princess. I had a feeling that there was going to be something with that. I just knew it. And
it wouldn't be the first time.
It would be the first time, but also if they are related to our dinosaurs, which you can make the argument that dinosaurs are animals, Mikey has a
would say
connection to animals.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I wonder if there's going to be any kind of that where his Riz kind of like, gets
Mikey
in there.
is friend to all children and animals.
In animals, exactly. Yeah. And so,
Okay.
yeah. So,
okay, looking forward to seeing this Raph arc. What's going to go on with Raph and these vampires?
I hope it doesn't suck. Because it's vampires.
I hope it doesn't just roll up and go, oh, fuck.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, no, we don't need that. Goodness gracious.
We just walk up and go like, like, that was like the random shit you're not gonna outlive that. That was amazing. Yeah. That was so fucking good, dude.
I'm glad I could do it for you.
That's so good.
Well,
guys at home, like when you're talking to like people, whatever, like try throwing that against your significant other, one of your friends, a coworker. Yeah, now a coworker, we can't make it too like moany.
Yeah, no.
Do a different thing for that. Like don't make it like sexually suggestive. People were like, my wife walked into the room and she was like, and they're gonna just stop talking.
Right?
They're like, the fuck she said. Like do something like that. Let us know how it goes.
Yeah, do that. And then also you can let us know what you thought of this issue, or these issues, I should say. Email us turtlesoupshow@gmail.com. You could also comment on the YouTube channels here, Turtle Soup Show, and put it in there in the comments. And then you can find us on social media. We're pretty much everywhere. You can also listen to us pretty much everywhere, as far as I am understanding, everywhere podcasts are. And then if you want to help keep the lights on and keep us from saying clang, you can head on over to patreon.com and find We Dumb It Making a Podcast for like $1 million years and throw some pennies our way, and that helps us out a lot, and we sincerely appreciate it. So we're gonna try to get the next episode out sooner rather than later, and hopefully we can build upon this and make this a little bit more cohesive. But I think this went really well.
Do more stuff in person is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
a fan of that.
Yeah, me too. And so I had less things to worry about, so that was neat.
That is nice.
So I appreciate that. So all right, well, until next time, else time.